going on now? What's crappening? It's me again, chilling like a villain, waiting for that coffee. But want to talk about strange things, dude. Coincidences, Florida coincidences, is weirdness. But down in the Holly Hill area in the Daytona Beach, in the beach side, and then Port Orange, and then uh Ormond. These different places. You go far enough north, it's called Flagler. Uh, there was something that was going on. Like the first night we got there, I was in a room a little farther back, and I was there with my buddy, man, Jay and Armando and Chico. We were all there. But look, the night we got in town, this notorious bastard, this evil Dick Dastardly, that kills chicks on the train tracks. Basically, like literally, chicks die on the train tracks. Maybe that's a metaphor for they die on the train tracks. You know what I'm saying? As well, but it was strange as fuck because look, I slept really well. I was with Armando over there towards the bite, and then towards the front was Jay, and Jay said he actually heard someone screaming, "Help! Help!" And then he said he heard a thud, and then he didn't hear anything else. And then there was cops, whatever, later. But it was the Daytona Slasher. It was the Daytona Slasher, basically. And after I've been around for a while, the slasher is always on the lurking. Like, look, when you walk into a bar at night by yourself, you go like this, and you be looking for the slasher. You know what I'm saying? And the troll everywhere. Florida, just the whole economy is wired into basically the police. That's their main income. Come on probation, leave on violation, come back on wait. Come on back on violation. I couldn't remember that shit for a second. But anyway, the slasher turned out, this dude was telling me that there's a alliance between the bikers and the cops, the local cops, the bigwigs, the wise men, to they get rid of snitches that way. But at the same time, it's a way for the bikers to get rid of their dirt too. You know what I'm saying? The train, like down the train tracks. You know what I'm saying? That's my interpretation. Like, I'm just shooting there. Maybe train tracks. But anyway, the slasher is really just like, it's a Kaiser Soze. It's someone to blame when someone dies, but it's really not a guy. It's a it's a scarecrow that allows them to get rid of snitches, get rid of the dissonance anyway, like the peasantry. This part of the peasantry just gets to kill itself out through pleasures, you know what I'm saying? Like drugs and things like that. But that's a genuine dang, that's a pretty crazy theory. This dude, I used to work for him, and he told me this. He was a local, so he broke it down for me. I can't confirm that, but there's a lot of weird. Florida's set up really weird. The people who run that down there are, I mean, you seen me do my Fenton, or not Fenton, but Flushing Illuminati videos about the Knights Templar, Golden Pyramid. Seen stuff like this all over this country, man. It's like Florida's no different. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, I've been to a place down in Orlando. Got invited with my friend Tony, to chill with this other dude, this chick. We stayed night in this place, man. And this bohemian place has got this weird stonework on it, and it's got Hermes and Aphrodite on it. I think it's very occult type building, man. I've seen other people talk about it, but I'm no expert. But I just know I've been there, and I thought that was strange at the time, but I wasn't it. I didn't know then what I know now. I only knew some, just barely some stuff at the time. Because I mean, basically, the time I'm talking about was about when I first got into this. This is after 9/11. You know what I'm saying? But it was a while back when I first started. But at least 10 years ago, when this began, but not to where it's at right now. But anyway, Orlando's right by Disney World. You know what I'm saying? It's just an occult, a lot of occult, and NASA's down there. I've also been to NASA and seen the Canaveral or whatever, and then you look in the bottom, they got a movie set where it looks like they could have filmed the moon footage there on location, and really it's like a theme park to look how they deceived us and believe that they really landed on the moon. But anyway, all right, more conspiratorial. I think okay. I'm not sure if it was downtown Tampa. It's an island, or if it was downtown St. Petersburg. But I seen a plaque, man, and this plaque states how this is the center spot of the city, and this is built on a Indian burial ground. Like they were glorying, like, look, like the Illuminati motto goes, we shall build nations upon the corpses of the former inhabitants. It's symbolized by a pyramid, just your normal, what's it called, dollar bill pyramid, uncapped with the eye. But under it, you got a bunch of skull and bones, bodies. You know what I'm saying? That just, it's a powerful symbol right there. And in Florida, it is indeed true. It's written in the geomancy of the land. It's in the, you know what I'm saying? And then anywhere where you got mass Indians that are no uninhabited land is like stirring up so much spiritual forces there, like it defileth the land. But anyway, let me think. Tampa. When I lived in Tampa, it was like I didn't, man, it was crazy. It was an awesome place, but cops everywhere. Cops, 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 cops. Didn't know why. Cops, 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 cops. Well, the show Cops started in Tampa, Florida. So all that money, royalties, all over all these years, how they've been conditioned is through Cops to put your hands up. These days, you're gonna put your hands up and they're gonna go, we got another zombie. Bag him and tag him. But anyway, hopefully not today or tomorrow. But that's a fact that other people didn't know. I mean, all of Tampa, I've been to this thing called Gasparilla where we worship and marry as the pirates did. They lock everything down. People shooting stuff out of boats. And there's a lot of high strangeness down there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In that area of Florida, which I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in a bigger city like that, dude. Especially when I learned to manipulate it and work it. Like, I'd be hitting a circuit from Clearwater, or I'd be hitting Daytona and then Orlando and around Lakeland and down here in Tampa and then down to St. Petersburg. You know what I'm saying? Just moving around in these big circuits, man, down there. And I mean, over time, that's like the Indians on the plains on the horses rolling around. But I seen a lot of crazy ass stuff. Like, I've been on a 100-mile-an-hour convoy of like 30 cars just breaking the law on a big circuit down there in Florida, in that area of St. Petersburg, Tampa, and I can't remember what the other one. It's like Clearwater, but it ain't Clearwater, man. It's something water. I just can't remember right now. But also, let me think. Oh, okay. This guy was telling me that there's a urban legend folklore on the street, but it ain't a folklore. It's like, what's up? That if you're a cunt to the cops when they frisk you and check your ID, like if you give them anything at all, they will plant dope on you and frame you basically, and then you'll go to the judge and you'll say, I swear I didn't have anything, I was broke, man, I just paid all my child support, let's just say, for instance, and I had to make my mama's cancer treatment payments, and that judge is gonna say, we heard this a million times, man, And then they sentence your ass anyway, so they keep generating that revenue. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got like paramilitary SWAT weird ass look Aqua Force niggas that be in Frogman. They got that's Frogman territory down there in Florida, dude, and it is NWO'd up. But I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, there's cool parts about it. Going to after hours and stuff, if you're into that lifestyle, it's pretty fun, but it's dangerous and it's out there. Cause look, one night I met this dude. We were partying together. Then he ended up coming chilling with us, and we're sitting there. We were really intoxicated. And this guy says, "Man, every year that this money disappears out of nowhere, paper money, and especially coins." He goes, "I believe that everyone should have a microchip, and then money should be digitized." And I looked at him with these crazy eyes, and I goes, "What? I just watched a video about that. With they want to microchip everyone on the planet. It's called the New World Order." And this dude was like, "Look," he gave me his drugs. You know what I'm saying? And he took off, all like spooked out, man. This was out when I was in Town and Country. This is kind of like a sub little division right by where you can get over into St. Petersburg, man. It was right around the corner, man. So it's like or you could jump over here and go downtown Tampa. It's like a nice little spot down there, and that's some crazy. That's one of the craziest confirmations I've ever got of that it was real. It's not just paranoid talk. It's really. Plus, my grandfather was in the Navy. He studied this his whole life, and he just taught me about watch out for. And if they want to put something in you, it's probably the mark of the beast from the Bible. And he's telling me this like 20, 30 years ago. So I've known about this and been waiting and watching for a long time. So. And there's just a few instances that I've seen in my little travels and my learnings of the greater Florida area. I didn't get to make it to Miami, so it sucks, or as north as Jacksonville or over there, and I think they call it the Panhandle. I didn't make it up in that area. I'm sad about that. I would have liked to seen it. I love nature. I've been all around Michigan, Lower Peninsula, Upper Peninsula. I've been to this underground cave in Kentucky. I've been to Mexico, man. I've been to Cali once. It was a long time ago, but I've been to Canada. I've been to Wapu Island. I've been to the reservation up north in the UP. And I've had a lot of people see things, say things. Plus, I've witnessed a lot of things myself, and it's just like I like to throw it out there, just let it bear witness by speaking it. But yeah, this was a great video or fun video. So hit a brother up, man. Peace.